artists, today we're going to draw and paint this firefighter. Make sure you have a pencil, an eraser, a Sharpie, watercolor paper, watercolor paints, a glass of water, paintbrushes, and a paper towel. It's important to have the correct supplies for this style of painting, especially the watercolor paper and the Sharpie. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is grab our pencil, and we're going to start with this firefighter's head. So we're going to draw kind of a sideways C shape, just like this. Alright, we're going to draw 2 ears on this firefighter. 1, 2, and then we'll start on the rim of the hat. So go out past a little tiny bit on the end of that C, and then over to the other side and out past again. Next we're going to wrap the hat around. Start at this point of the ear, wrap around, and then back to the other ear. Now for that first firefighter, I made this a boy firefighter. I think I'm going to make this one a girl just so that we have one of each. So I'm going to start her hair kind of here, swoop around, and then swoop over here. You can make your firefighter look however you'd like. I'm going to give her a little bit of a longer hair here, just kind of like that. Alright, if you do the boy, I just did a couple little zigzags under the hat there. Alright, next we will go ahead and draw in the eyes. So we're going to draw a circle here with a highlight, then a circle over here with a highlight, and then we're going to draw a C shape for the nose and a little smile like this. I drew in 2 eyebrows, just like that. You can go ahead and add in the neck like that, and then we'll start on the clothes in a minute, but let's finish out this hat. So right in the middle of the head, we want to put this top part of the hat. So kind of a sideways line here and here. You can see they go out and not straight up, and then connect them with a curved line like this. We're going to draw this little badge looking thing on here, shape like that, and then a point. And then we're going to connect. We're going to go down on the hat just a little bit and then connect, just like that. All right, and then we have the hat done. So we're going to start moving into the clothes here and draw 2 lines going down, kind of connect those with a little curve, and a curve, line down, and then a curve and a curve. Okay, and then from this middle point, let's draw a line down. It doesn't need to be a perfectly straight line. You can have it kind of curve a little bit. From about here, we want to swoop down, and from here, swoop down. You can see, again, they're curved, not perfectly straight. And then we're going to connect this line over to here, and then this one over to here. So if you have a little bit, it doesn't need to meet perfectly, that's okay. And then we're going to draw in the arms by starting about here. And we have this person's hands behind their back like this. Let's go ahead and draw in these lines. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 and 1. All right, next we're going to draw the pants. We're going to draw a line down on either side, and then a V in the middle, just like that. And for the shoes, we draw kind of a C shape again, both sides, and then we'll connect those, 1 and 2. Okay, and again with the lines, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, I didn't finish her hair because I wasn't sure where her clothes would land, so what I'm going to do is kind of curve, and then just kind of do a little bit of a zigzag here, just like that. All right, I think I'm done sketching her in, so I'm going to go ahead and take my Sharpie, and I'm going to go over all of those pencil marks that I made. You can do the same thing. When you're going over, you can make these outside lines a little bit thicker and the inside lines a little bit thinner, and that just makes it pop a little bit more. And once we're done with that, we'll go ahead and move to the next step. Okay, I think I'm done with my Sharpie, so I'm going to go ahead and take my eraser next, and I'm going to erase any pencil marks that I can still see. I also added some eyelashes to her. All right, we will go ahead and do that now. All right, next thing we're going to do is grab a paintbrush. I'm going to start with this brush here, and we're going to fill in the face and the ears first. So what I do is I just make it a little bit wet. Try not to get into that highlight of the eye or over the eyes. We can go ahead and fill everywhere else in with just a little bit of water. Also her neck, you can fill the neck in too. And then we're going to take this peachy color, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in along the bottom of the face and along this hairline. Anywhere that there would be more shadow, so under her hat there's going to be a shadow. Right under here, and also for the ears. You can use a darker skin if you want to, whatever you would like. Everybody's firefighter will probably look much different. All right, so that's the face, the ears, and the neck we have. So again, just a little darker down here along these bottom edges. All right, next we're going to go ahead and do the hat. So I'm going to take my brush again and do the same thing. I'm going to start section by section this time. So I'm going to do these two sections first. We're going to grab some red paint, and I will go here along this line. In this line, they'll be the darkest spots. And then we're going to slowly pull that up. It'll be a little lighter near the top. We'll do the same on this side. Okay, next we'll do that middle part. So I'm going to fill that in carefully, going around that badge. And make it a little darker down here and lighter as we work our way up. Okay, all right, we'll do the rim of the hat now. Fill it in with some water, grab some paint, and it's going to be darkest right in here and right in here. So we'll make those first, and then we'll kind of pull it up and along this edge here. And then with some water, just blend it up so that it's lighter on the top rim. The top of the rim, I should say. Okay. All right, next we're gonna move into the outfit here. I'm gonna grab a smaller brush because I have to get into some small spots. So we're just gonna grab some red, actually some water first. Fill that in. I'm gonna fill in both of these spots. And if you need your paper towel, just keep it handy. You can dab some paint off your brush, or if you need to pick up some paint, you can make it wet and then wipe it on your paper towel. So I made it darker along these two bottom edges. Then we're going to go ahead into the arms and the rest of the body here. So I'm making this part wet. Just gonna make sure you're not going into where it will be yellow. You want that to stay dry so that the paint doesn't go in there. Okay, and now I'm gonna grab some red. We want it darker down in here where there's gonna be a shadow. Pull it up. And also right under here, there'll be some shadow along this line here. So we do want the whole thing red, but you just want it darker in those areas. Okay, just like that. Start working on this side a little bit more. Again, darker under here and back in here. Okay. Now we will move on to the pants. I'm gonna fill this in here. Again, avoid those yellow spots. Right under here will be darker. And also right in the middle here, I'm gonna make that a little bit darker and along the shoes. And then we'll slowly pull this out. Okay, all right, so if you want to make anything darker, you may. Like right in here, I don't think I made it quite dark enough. I like it to look a little bit more red. And also with watercolor, layering is good. You do layer after layer. All right, I'm gonna stop there with that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab some yellow paint for the badge. That's what we're gonna do next. So rinse your brush really good. We'll fill in this badge with just a little bit of water. And grab some of that yellow paint and fill that in. I didn't do too much shading here, but if you want to, you can make it a little darker near the bottom. Same with the stripes on the coat and the pants. There's not a lot of room for shading, so you just went along carefully along that line. Like this. Okay, and the last thing that I need, oh no, we need boots and the hair yet. Dripped a little bit of water there. All right, so I'm gonna do her hair next. I'm gonna stick with the yellow. We're gonna do blonde hair for her. You can do your hair any color that you want. You could even have purple hair. Okay, so I'm just filling this in with some yellow, making it a little darker here along the lines under the hat and also back here behind her head. So that's where I'm starting, and then I'm pulling it down like this. All right, and then the last step is the shoes here. So we're just gonna fill those in and then grab some. I use this charcoal gray color. I want it to be darker along the bottom edge here. And then pull it up. Might even add a little bit of black to make them just a little darker. Okay, I think I'm all finished with my Firefighter. If you enjoyed doing this art project with me, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to see when I release new videos. I would love to make art with you again soon. Most importantly, keep creating. I'll see you next time. Bye.